You're joined by the one and only Amir. Yes.
Hello, darlings.
People are like in a good mood today. I don't know why, because I said recently I love the overcast days. Lots of people weighed in that they do too. It is, I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm
Mhm.
in the Hamptons. And so you could only imagine that it's the best of the heat, like compared to New York. But it is about like 100 degrees here in the Hamptons, and we have like a heat advisory. So I can't even imagine what like New York is like, and Philly and Boston. Today is like hot and
It's
sunny.
probably very toasty. I mean, it's not that toasty here. It's just humid because I'm close to the
Really?
ocean, but it is June gloom, as you can see.
Oh,
Um,
I love June
I love
gloom.
it.
I
I
love
love it.
it.
My sister's in London and she sent me pictures or like videos. And it was so gloomy, and I guess as the sun came out and everyone went crazy. I love the gloom.
I love it. I mean, it's really like we got a thing from our condo board, like if your power goes out, I'm like, oh my God, like it's like a real heat advisory. And I'm like, this is out here in coastal Hamptons. Like I can't imagine what like a city is like today because it's all over the tri-state area.
It's probably sweltering. Oof, oof.
Oh, but still somehow everyone's in a good mood today. I don't know why. And myself, and I'm not in a horrible mood. So this
I'm not
is,
in a bad mood either. I mean, people are very angry at us for talking about Giudice, and I'm like, isn't she fair game? I don't. She's not a child anymore. People are acting like we're going after an 8-year-old. She's
well,
23.
most people like that I call her Junior G. And for those that don't, I mean, this isn't McDonald's. Like we're not taking everyone. I do podcast consulting on the weekends or at night. Everyone could start their own podcast and they don't have to say Junior G. But when I want to say it, I will. I'm sorry people are upset. I
People are very mad.
do. I hate to. If Gia wasn't in the news, I wouldn't need to bring her up. I do have to bring Gia up now. This is, believe it or not, shockingly, not because people are upset, because I could give two fucks, but I'm actually going to say something in favor of Gia in the sense that, look, I don't like completely fake news. So there is, now I reported on this thing, which is true. I stand by it, that half, and it really, like, it went viral, like huge numbers. I don't know why. I think it was that interesting a story that half the original cast of Next Gen quit because of Gia. Like we're supposed to have Ming, who was like Russell. No, who is it? It's
No, no. It's
yes,
what's her name? Kimora
yes.
Simmons'
Kim or
child.
Lee Simmons, yes. So it was like her, like so all these people that were like true, like Dylan, hot Dylan with the OnlyFans was supposed to be full time. Like people were supposed to be full time when Gia signed on, and not just her. It was like we don't want to be with housewives' kids, mind you. I
Okay.
bet you it's the best thing that happened to Dylan. I imagine his OnlyFans has like skyrocketed even more. But so that's a true story. Half the cast did quit because of Gia. That had huge numbers. I don't know why. But now there's this thing out there that Gia Giudice has been let go, fired from Next Gen. And this is actually not true. This
It's
is
not.
like, but here's why I'm bringing this up. Not to, there is this, Margaret mentioned it. I don't know if it's when Margaret was on your podcast. There is this Facebook account.
She didn't mention that.
There's this Facebook, I thought it was on your podcast, that
Yes.
is it is literally fan fiction. It is like, so they said that Gia Giudice has intimidated her castmates
She's
and that
barely on
she
the
has,
show.
right, that
Like,
she has created an extremely hostile working environment. And so this is different than half the cast originally quitting, which is true. This account is saying that she intimidated her castmates, created a very hostile work environment, was very difficult to work with, and got fired. This is so false. And this account is reporting the most insane things. Like, it'd be like if I said, and the things are like, look, this is Housewives, so everything's believable, right? Like,
yeah.
until it's not. So, but they're saying things like, it'd be like if I said, guess what? I have a newsflash. Bravo is so desperate to revitalize Roni, they gave Bethany Frankel $5 million and she's considering it. Like it's things like that that you are like, well, that is
Oh,
possible, but it's they're making things up. There's no basis for it. Margaret brought it up on your podcast.
yeah.
People need to, there's nothing that they've said. It's so absurd. I
I think
don't
it's absurd.
understand it.
It seems really absurd. And the thing I don't get with her is like she doesn't fit in. Like ironically, Brooks actually fits in the most.
He's having a good season. And I mean, like, I think he is a liaison between a lot of these people.
Yeah. And he does a good job. And the thing is the show should have either been Housewives kids in New York that are trying to survive, all Housewives kids, or all New Yorkers. These are two different shows that you jammed together. I think what happened, and I've been in these pitch sessions where you're pitching a show idea and the executives are like, why don't we try this? And then you're like desperate and you're like, okay, well, if it's going to sell it, let's just do it. I think that's what happened. That they got desperate and they were like, all right, well, let's put these two casts together and then see what happens. Because the way Charlie's Decor is acting, a lot of people are so shocked by it, but that's very New York child
Yeah.
entitled as an asshole, like kind of irreverent, a little bit racist. I mean, that's like a New York child. So I'm not shocked by that. I'm just kind of like, it is good TV. The way he's like, well, I apologize. Was that not enough? And then off camera saying, I don't really care.
And it is like an apps, your father's there, but not when they're like a banker. Like the money's there and they work. Like it's not, I mean, this is why, like, look, is New York a melting pot? Sure. Most people in LA are not from LA. Most people in New York are not from New York. To me, that's not the point of the show. I agree. I would rather have seen true New York children. I'd rather see a bunch of Charlies. I would. And it's like, you could
Hmm.
get diversity in there, but really, even Charlie, I would like him to be wealthier. I want to see the
Yes.
real. I have a
Oh,
drive. I want to see Blair Waldorf. I do, and I want to
yes.
see Serena van der Woodsen. That is
That's
what I
good.
want to see.
And you could have done that, David, if you gave one of the New York kids like an opportunity to really show that to you. I think Georgia could have been a show just about Georgia and all of her
She's
businesses, her
interesting.
parties, and then you follow her rich friends, and then she's going to dinner with Diplo and trying to plan the party. Like you could have really just focused on one, but you were like worried that nobody would watch that. But the thing is, like, Bravo is about discovering new talent. It's not about regurgitating. And that's what they're doing now, where they're regurgitating talent, and people are like, I don't want to see Gia again. I don't want to see Teresa again. Like, we want new people. So I think that's where they misstepped.
Yeah, I agree. There was a show back in the day on MTV called Rich Girls. I think it wasn't
Oh,
rich. It wasn't Rich Kids of Beverly Hills. I think it was Rich Kids. Something. I had one of them on my podcast. It was Jamie Gleischer who was on my podcast and Allie Hilfiger, who's Tommy Hilfiger's daughter. It was.
love,
They were
love.
right. They were like I forgot. I
I
believe they
love
were.
that show. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
find
know
it.
what I'm
I
talking. I
love that
believe
show.
it was like
Yes,
rich girls or rich kids. They were in high
easily.
school and they would, it was not this generation. It was the 90s, so they did have stretch limos instead of G-Wagons, but they would go shopping for the prom dresses. And I mean, Ali Hilfinger, whose
Rich
father is
Girls. Yeah,
yeah,
you were
rich
right.
girls.
Rich
That's
Girls.
what I thought.
It's
Whose
so good.
father is Tommy Hilfiger. That's like real money. Who you have a driver and like I just wish I saw that. Nothing, no offense to anyone on the show. That's what I would have liked to have seen.
That's what I've liked to see too. They had great chemistry. They were almost like Paris and